guys, welcome back. Today we are working on this tiller for a customer. The customer states that it's just leaking some gas and it seems like the governor might be stuck. So we're gonna take a look at it and I'll show you guys how to fix it. As you can see here, we got our Predator 212 little Harbor Freight motor. I've worked with these in the past. They are a decent platform, especially for the very cheap price. You can get them on sale for like $100. But when we turn on our fuel here, there it goes. It starts leaking. So my guess is we're gonna have to replace some gaskets, carburetor rebuild, clean it out, that kind of thing. But let's get started with draining the fuel and taking off the carburetor. First up, we have these two bolts right here. They're 10 mil. Depends on what motor you have, but in this case we have a little gas breather here, and there should be a crankcase breather right there on the other side. So we're gonna have to detach those two, and the whole airbox and front carburetor assembly should be ready to come off.
Keep this kind of little connected. I don't know. Get your pliers on there and just give it a push. Right off. You can do it. Come on.
Oi! There we go. Oh, this one's light work. Look at that. We're in business. There's so much fuel in there. So our needle and seat thing might not be too happy. Now our carburetor is just kind of chilling. What we're gonna want to do is take off the bowl, because that's the easiest way to drain our tank. He also complained that our throttle is stuck, which I can definitely see. So we're gonna have to address that once the carburetor's off. Might have to take off the gas tank to get all the way in there for the governor. But in the meantime, let's get this fuel drained and see where our leak's coming from. There's a number of ways you can do this. I'm just gonna go by the drain screw here. So what you can do is you can undo the screw and then turn our fuel flow on so that no fuel is gonna come out, or maybe only a little bit when you undo our screw. But once you turn this on, it'll let it all go into our professional pickup area here. So, another 10 mil here. They're really good at making everything one size. So we'll just get that on there and we'll be in business. Those are dribbling away. Today I'm going to talk about our sponsor, which is Marblehead Motorworks. What we do is we take these small engines, fix them up for customers, and make a video about each repair we do, just to help out as many people as we can. We might also have some bigger projects coming your way. So stay tuned. Let's go check on that gas. There's got to be a better way to do this. Okay, instead of dealing with that really slow drip, what we're gonna do is take off the entire tank and drain it like a man. Get some clamps on the fuel input line here. Bolt, bolt, bolt. Now that our tank is just kind of hanging out, we can get some pliers, take off that little clampy guy down there. Just give it a good old shimmy. Oh boy, just like that. We got the fuel line detached. Now let's just take off the carburetor, because we have to do that anyways, and it just gives us more room to drain the fuel, and we should be on to figuring out this issue we got here. That spring out of the way. Just this bar on top, which I've had to really jam this throttle open because everything is frozen up in here. Wow. Take her, just bend it in, and wait a minute. There we are. Carburetor. Don't forget to save this little gasket guy. This could be a pain to forget, and then you just have some mystery problem. Let's get this fuel drained. Big funnel. Let's see if this works. Oh yeah. I don't know if it's faster or slower, but it's working. Check out that carburetor. I'm trying to see what's wrong with this governor arm here, because this was absolutely frozen, and it looks like we're all right now. We'll see what happens when we get it started, but that's full throttle. Give it a bit of a pull to go faster. Take it down. It looks like it'll be all right. Motor's been hitting something or something wrong with the carburetor. So if there's something wrong with the carburetor, that might be a bigger issue. I have to replace that. But now, speaking of carburetor, let's go tear it down. We're inside the workshop, and just as I suspected, choke functions like it should. Throttle is completely jammed. The only reason it's closed right now is because I had to get that metal bar off on the engine. But I'm gonna tear this down, give you guys a better camera angle, and we'll see what's up. Now, before you start working on one of these inside, make sure you have gotten all the fuel out. And just to be safe, I have left my door open. So, with that said, let's go. Just look at that, there's still some fuel in there. O-ring looks okay, so I'm not thinking that's a problem. Everything in here is very, very clean. There's a float needle out. Let's get a screwdriver and keep tearing down. Screwdriver sucks. Again, everything in here is very, very clean. It's just the throttle is stuck. My professional consensus. New carburetor, because I don't want this to freeze open or freeze closed and then basically not let our customer use his nice little tiller at all. So I might have one lying around. Let's throw it on, make sure it's good, and see where we get from there. Side cover, cylinder head. Aha. It's a little dirty. Give it a clean. Throw it on. See what we're doing. Now, what I like to use is this Carb choke parts cleaner. You want to use this and not brake clean, because brake clean is not very friendly to the plastic low speed jets in your carburetor. So a little trick I found is that if we pop that open and get the top from a WD-40 canister on it, we can really get precise with our spraying. Sorry for the horrible camera angle, this is really hard to line up. And yes, we should be good now. Throw on this carb, I'm going to give it a new bowl and give it a quick once over just to make sure that everything in here is the way it should be. Although these two look fine, we're going to replace them with some brandy new ones just to show that we do things different at Marblehead Motor Works. That's what a throttle is supposed to do. Everything in the reverse order. This guy, carburetor. When you're putting it on, make sure that the fuel valve's on the outside, otherwise you're going to have gas for choke and choke for gas. Don't forget your choke lever. Ha ha ha. Little cutout right there, lining up with that hole, like that. Then toss on our airbox, toss on the fuel tank, we should be ready to rip. We have the airbox on, breather 1, breather 2, fuel lines connected. Now we just gotta bolt down the fuel tank, bolt down this. We should be ready to give it a shot. Give it a start up, see where we go. Look at that! We got her going. You're going good. Now, as part of our tune-up, we're going to replace this old spark plug, which doesn't actually look too bad, with this brandy new one in box. So, just to make sure that this lasts as long as possible. So that is all the work we need to do on that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Maybe it'll be something a little more interesting. Who knows? See ya.